This is a dugong, also sometimes called a sea cow. At first glance, you might think the two species of dugong, along with closely related manatee and even related to sea walrus, but their closest living relatives are actually elephants and small stocky hyraxes. Some historians even think that some of the old mermaid legends came from really lonely sailor mistaking potatoes grey dugong for fish-tailed hot girl. The dugong is a large marine mammal found in the warm waters surrounding Indonesia and Australia. Although they can be found widely through Indo-Pacific tropics, the highest population of dugong is concentrated around northern Australia.
They have powerful downturned, bristled and sensitive snouts which allow them to feed in the seagrass, kind of like a vacuum cleaner. The dugong has a curved body with forelimbs that act as flippers. Its tail, which is almost dolphin or whale-like, distinguishes the dugong from manatees. They are also distinguishable by their unique snouts. To help with foraging, the right and left sides of their upper lips are prehensile, like the tip of elephant's trunk, and can move independently to manipulate food. Dugong hair is thick and tactile. Each one has its own personal nerve connection wired to the brain sensory cortex. Like a cat's whiskers, these tactile hairs can sense objects around them. Biologists think that their tactile body has helped them navigate through shallow, murky waters and even detect movement and vibration. Its skin is smooth and range from cream to grey in color depending on the age of the dugong. They have very dense and heavy bones, which is what allows them to be submerged underwater. Their lungs are positioned along their back, which is what keeps them in a horizontal position while they are swimming. They sometimes breathe by standing on their tail with their lungs above water. The dugong can stay underwater for 6 minutes before surfacing. Dugong might look pretty bald, but dugong do have hair, just not a lot of it, but what they lack in quantity, they make up for in quantity.
Dugong are marine mammals that is a strict herbivore. The diet mainly consists of seagrass, which is mostly in the meadows of shallow water areas. Dugong use different habitat for different activities. For example, tidal sandbanks and estuaries that are quite shallow are potential areas for calving, while lacking areas are only used during mating season.
Dugong will come to feed during high tide, very high tide, usually during spring tide or even during mid tide when the water is quite high. But they will try to come during night time. I don't think so, if for my opinion, because previously they were hunted for their red meat, because some areas in Southeast Asia or even in Malaysia, some type of people they will take dugong or dolphin as red meat, especially the bajau,
they eat the meat,
the bajau, the nomadic bajau like bajau Palau, they only live at sea, so they will take this animal, either dugong or dolphin or even whales, as a source of red meat, but only during special occasion. Yes, of course, especially they are very important in the ecology and in the ecology of seagrass area. species like dugong, they are easily get stressed if you catch them just by using net or whatever, you know, and you put a stress on them, and then you, let's say you put tag or you take some sample, very simple sample, very little biopsy sample, something like that, and then you release, and you think that they will leave. No. Yes. Basically now, the Department of Fisheries and Department of Marine Park is trying their best to reduce bycatch in fisheries. So it's not only on dugong, but also on some of the main species or some of other marine endangered species like turtles and so on. So and one of the forefront for having areas for dugong conservation is Sarawak. Sarawak is really looking at the protection of seagrass for the conservation of dugong.